Alright, everyone. Let's play some more XCOM. Open. So there's been enjoyable feedback in the comments throughout this series, which has been strung out over quite a few months. As I get energy, lose morale, come back, and the cycle repeats. Crazy MLC is one of those commenters who brought up a few ideas, and I certainly do have criticisms of my own about how I played this. I would not consider myself to be a very skilled player at XCOM. I'm alright at it. But this idea was really ambitious for me, as a way just for me to have interest in the game, and to make this series interesting because, I mean, this game's been out for so long, and quite a lot of folks have played it, and they love it, and they can be very enthusiastic, and they're very knowledgeable. So I wanted to just bring something special besides myself to this series. And what Crazy brought up is the idea that third base, particularly with our losses, just ends up being primarily a waste. And that I would have been better served by expending more money fleshing out the other two bases, such as by setting up the engineers, so that I could build more laser cannons, so that I could recover from these losses more easily. And I could make up for the fact that I have set so many millions of dollars on fire from just lost income that I could get from all the alien equipment we've acquired. And that is entirely fair criticism. My reply to this is just... And I replied to him in the comments for it. It's like, it's nothing more really than, like, me just having, like, one foot in the door, so to speak. Where I'm straddling the fence, and I'm trying to have all of the sides of the grass. So, whenever I created this Human Purity Run challenge, I knew the power of, like, engineering and selling equipment, particularly the laser cannon. And I thought to myself that if I actually went through and pursued that, like, hardcore, then the challenge of me being limited on funds would be mostly gone. So long as I could survive a few months, and, I mean, you don't have to do anything spectacular to survive a few months. We have overkilled on score in all those months, and it's only been, as of late, not even with the alien base there, where things have just fallen apart, just due to, like, poor decision-making on my part. Like, we're, you know, having, like, several workshops, setting up everything, so I could afford the scientists to push through the research quickly, and buy tons of interceptors and lots of soldiers, would sort of kneecap the run. But I didn't feel confident enough to do this style of run without having any manufacturing at all. I don't think I'm that good at the game, and I think this series has shown that I'm not that good at the game to be able to do that. And so as a result, I've just been, like, straddling the fence on how much, like, manufacturing and selling I want to do. I suppose there's also the idea in mind that don't know how much of this ignorant population we can trust with such technology, even if it is entirely human-made. Those laser cannons. You know, this may end up being a circumstance where XCOM would rather just shoot itself in the foot and doom humanity. Rather than dooming the souls of humanity. I don't know. You know, I had a very, like, roleplay theme in mind whenever I started this series so many months ago now. Not that many. And just ends up being, you know, a shrug along the way. I've had some good fortune, and I have demonstrated some skill, and this just ends up being my absent-mindedness more this year, and my general lack of focus has increased throughout my life since my father's death and his terminal illness, that some aspects of my intelligence and tactical brain are gone. And I can't I can't quite contribute that to recording videos. Anyway, we lost Unknown Dancer on that one. It was an entirely deserved death, I feel. Everyone else, not doing too bad. Robin Hood had a pretty sweet shot. Xanath Starwind did pretty damn good too. Larian is actually no longer wounded and can move back to surface. Already, as I'm doing this, I realize that I've been told a hotkey in the comments for quickly sorting these people, and I have forgotten it. That happens sometimes. People try to help, and it slips my brain. I've also given some more thought to the weaponry that I would want to bring on attacking the alien base. I'm thinking, due to the close quarters, and due to the fact that I want everyone to carry a stun rod, that I will only bring laser rifles. Now, one could argue, Grandma, laser rifles are two-handed. You need a hand for the stun rod, and having anything in your offhand reduces your accuracy of the laser rifle. Maybe use a one-handed weapon. I don't have a good counter for that. I mean, I could try to rationalize that by saying, hey. We don't have to have the stun rods in hand all the time. We can just have them in our backpacks, ready to go, after we whittle down some of the sectoid numbers. So we can still enjoy the power of the laser rifle. And damn it, I'm committed to this. You know how rigid people can be when they have their mind set on something? This is the Golden Throne, damn it. You do not change the standard template content. We have a blueprint here to process. I've also lamented the fact that this will be a sectoid commander we're going after, and a sectoid base instead of something like floaters. I've lamented this because I'll have to deal with alien mind control. This is effectively going to be the final boss of this run. If I cannot take this alien base and the commander that we require, then I think it's safe to say that XCOM will just effectively disband, just due to, like, the utter, like, crashing of morale that's happened. You know, we've done great, and then, boom! If we don't take the commander, but can still conquer the alien base, though, I mean, then we're just stringing it along. That's okay, too. If we do take the alien commander, though, while that is not a win, because you'd still have to go to Cydonia, I think on this difficulty, with this situation, even with the tragic losses, this game could survive to do something on Cydonia. And it's just a matter of, like, I have other things that I want to play. I do have waning interest in this. Despite the Human Purity run, and I've satisfied the 15-hour request. Just not too much for me. Anyway, I've rambled on quite a bit. But wanted to talk about that during, like, the Geoscape situation. What living quarters space do we have? We've got one, of course, because we had a soldier who died. Gosh, what do I spend the money on, right? I think I'm going to leave this setup as it is. And we're going to finally burn through some clock here. It is clear that we are fighting a losing battle on Earth. How appropriate. The alien hordes are overwhelming in number. The best we can do is slow down their progress. The only hope for humanity is to tackle the aliens at their source. Our research seems to indicate a nearby base of operations within our solar system. Aliens indicate this place to be the center of an ancient civilization that predates human history. We must locate this place as soon as possible. However, we need to capture and interrogate an alien leader to gain more detailed information. The larger UFOs probably contain at least one alien leader. It's time to research the floater leader. feel like there's a hotkey for this. Like the right mouse button. Okay. And so it began, or so it continues, rather. The floater leader is what we research next. Money continues to dwindle. Of course, if we had to endure a base defense that that hit the Golden Throne, I would be willing to call that game too. Of course, the radar coverage of you doesn't quite match. I tell you what, USS Get Fucked. Why don't you go out there and see what's going on? Not to engage anything, but to get like a pulse check, you know? Like something might be going on, there might be some craft that's landed out there. I'm just curious, you know? I'd like to know. Okay. Good information. Return to base. Please. So we have the Falling Dagger, and we have USS Get Fucked, but we have no interceptors at Europe. SMH. Okay. Time to allocate our manufacturing. Back to the laser cannons. We're also going to take this opportunity to equip our craft with all of the acquired laser rifles. Yeah. Another reason why I want to divest myself of the explosive equipment, as useful as it is, the alien base is very tight quarters. Hallways, nooks and crannies, and what have you. And if we're going to use explosives, I would rather throw them and have more control. Instead of, say, reaction fire or awful accuracy, firing a shot into a wall and killing allies. With that in mind, I am going to fully commit to that idea and take those stores out. I don't know if we're going to be doing, like, the alien base mission next. I should also buy more high explosives and more stun rods. Maybe not 102. Maybe not 102. 30, 20, with some more wiggle room and flexibility and smoke and proxies. Gonna buy some electro flares. What the hell? Let's buy some more electro flares. There's no unit no unit limit in OpenXcom. I can stuff that damn Sky Ranger full of things, burning through our limited reserves of cash. I could sell these things. Okay. Let's contemplate our life choices. I'm so defeated. How are we looking here on soldiers? Will's back with us. ZYX78 boy is close to being back with us. Eggball will not be back with us anytime soon. Thorak the Ineffable's got another 16 days, and Jeff, whom I panicked attempting the save, has 45 days. The most lethal alien is still friendly. Our worst mission rating after that panic is this one. We failed a mission as a result. Average accuracy has been 25%. In fact, 261 sick days. Okay. We're waiting for those living quarters to finish. Obviously, our new equipment arriving is pretty useful, too. That's a lot of smoke and prox grenades. And electroflares. 30 electroflares. What the hell ever, right, Grimith? Hi. What's up? How's it going? How you doing? Hi. We can intercept you. Go get him, USS Get Fucked. That's not the button I meant to click. There. I used the option, everyone. However, I fiddled with time, and so the UFO escaped. Not time, but I didn't, commit to an attack plan. The UFO didn't want to have anything to do with me. Let's go now. Yeah! Alright. You know what? What the hell, right? Let's do another one. Let's do another mission. Let's do another mission. Will! You're back on the team. Jarek's sitting this one out again. Larian, back on the team. Let's go, folks. See if we can get that last remaining rook. Some skill. I think we'll still arrive with plenty of daylight to spare. Get another training mission in. Alright. Seems like a good enough time to end this episode. Bit of rambling, a bit of detailing thought processes, and a bit of reflection on this series. Now it's gone this year. But our ending is soon approaching. We are putting it off with this mission, but it's only a matter of time until I try that alien base. I don't know at what point I'm gonna feel comfortable. Actually, I do. I'll never feel comfortable. Take care.